friends, good morning and welcome to the weekend. Today is Saturday, October 8th. You would think I'd be able to keep track of the date by now, but I cannot. And welcome to my weekend. We've got a lot of fun things planned, so let's just jump right in. Wow, that's red. Was Apple House Day, or is that something we can just do today?
Well, that's what they had as advertised, but I'm sure it's something bigger.
That thing is cool.
Oh my gourd.
You've really been hanging on to that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So what do you got in front of you?
Is the lighting okay?
Yeah.
Oh, great. It is cold weather clothes day. Although it's 59 degrees out now, so the drama of this morning's 30-something temperatures gone. But you know, we decided it's time to bust out the cold weather clothes. I mean, that's part of the cold weather clothes. Oh, I accidentally hit a button. The TV is on now. Oh, you hit the button. My fleecy PJs, my regular sweatpants PJs are still in my closet. Deer foams. Gosh, I don't even know how many years old these are. Sherpa lined. All the, yes. Oh, I'm warm and cozy just looking at it. My thigh-high sweater socks from, I think these are Grace and Lace, actually. Well, oh, here's the other one. It's like, well, I get one thigh gets to stay warm. Here we go.
You got one leg at a time, stay warm.
One leg at a time, yep. This past year's editions were the entirely Sherpa-lined, waist to ankle, Sherpa-lined sweatpants. They sit a little bit funny, so like they fit low on us curvier people, but they were from Amazon and they were like 20 bucks, so what do you want? And then, the same company, same brand, the entirely Sherpa-lined sweatshirt. Is it sexy?
Yes. I mean,
what more could you possibly want out of me covered in Sherpa and like 5 inches rounder because of all the padding?
They said you do become slightly more competitive in the sumo world with those on. Oh my
gosh, it makes me so big. Hello, hello. Can I have this? Thank you. And then we have fleece, pants, flannel, Old Navy. Old Navy flannel is where it's at, guys. You can get it for like 10 or 15 bucks. It's pretty good. These are also from Old Navy and many years old, but they're my favorites. You guys have seen
sweaters?
Yeah. They've seen, it's pilling and whatever, but it actually comes across really great on camera, so I film a lot in this. And I have eyeshadow that matches.
Tell me you don't like the cold without telling me you don't like the cold.
And these are, I think these are mine.
It's great. In the background, we've got like blankets out, and
I almost busted out the electric blanket last night. I have another sweater, a long sleeve shirt, a sweater dress, which in hindsight, if you're in a place that's cold enough to need a sweater, why are you wearing a dress? But you know, I'm pretty sure my sister made this. And then the rest is all yours. There you go, I'm ready.
That's all you needed. Can you get out?
You're making it worse, Sweet Pea. Great. Wow! Look at that! Nice!
Yeah!
Well done! After our adventurous fall day, we've been home doing chores. I've been editing videos, things of the like, and now it is dinner time. Dinner is leftover Emily Bites creamy chicken soup that I made yesterday, and I threw together this salad too. I purchased this at Target, if you remember, the Autumn Spiced Caesar, and it's not bad. There's definitely like a pumpkin spice essence to this Caesar salad dressing, but it's not bad at all. I don't know how else to explain it, but I felt like I needed a little extra green in my life, so put together the salad. We got salad, and we got some Sunday meal prep went down. Look at these chicken
pesto bowls. They have rice in them. So what are the ingredients? Rice, Greek yogurt, pesto, chicken, tomatoes, seasonings, and mozzarella cheese. I am so excited about these. I actually had one and it turned out really well, except the cooking instructions that were on the recipe didn't quite cook my rice through. So my hope is the remainder of the dishes, they're going to be sitting, soaking up the rest of the liquid in here. So hopefully tomorrow and the subsequent days, I'll be able to eat it and the rice will be totally cooked through. My husband also got a casserole dish full of all of these ingredients because I had a bunch of ingredients left over and I was like, let me just throw them in a casserole because he doesn't need strategically measured out portions, but he can still eat the same food. So I just threw it on a dish, turned out just the same. It's all sitting in the refrigerator. This is by stayfitmom_Krista on Instagram. And I saw it, she posted it last week and I immediately was like, I have to try this. I have to try this. So when we got home from church this morning, I decided to go ahead and make it. And I ate one of them because I hadn't had lunch yet. So that's some lunch meal prep. And then dinner, my husband cut up our butternut squash. We've been getting squashes in our CSA boxes. And last week we got a butternut squash. And so this week I am making turkey tenderloin and a casserole, not a diet recipe or anything. Oh, sidebar. This has 390 calories and 41 grams of protein. Like, rock on. Potty alarm.
This is a reminder. Gracie, go potty.
So the butternut squash recipe I'm using is actually from delish.com. Not a diet recipe, but it's got, it has kale. I'm going to use spinach. It's got butternut squash. It's got bacon in it. It's got cheese in it. Should be really, really good. So stay tuned in my next vlog to see how that turns out because I'm cooking that tomorrow. So we got prepped butternut squash. We've got this. We went to the Apple Orchard, or not the Apple Orchard, the Apple store yesterday and got apple-y things. Good times. Good times. Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Vlogtober. Today is Monday, October 11th, and it is Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. My husband has the day off of work today. And, but true to my husband's fashion, does he take a day off when he actually has a day off? No, he does not. But today he's doing work, but for homes, like all the home finances and the budget and catching up on all those things and whatever. So this morning we have already, I've sat in the room and I actually, when we do finances, so fun fact, I actually go through like and itemize like every Target order that I do. I have to tell him what percentage went to like grocery and general merchandise versus a special thing like a home decor item or a home storage thing or something for the kitchen. Like those things are all budget items that are divided. So every month or every 2 months, whenever he sits down and actually does it, I have to go through like the Amazon orders and the Target orders, and we have to reconcile all of our expenses so he can divvy them up into different categories and whatnot. He's very, very thorough with family finances, so it takes him several hours to do. But today is admin day, basically. So I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do Housewife Monday / admin day for me as well. So it's actually 11 o'clock now. I got up, I started a load of laundry that I actually have to go and change over, spent some casual time reading. I am in the middle of the book, The Office BFFs by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. If you like The Office, this book is fabulous. Get the book. Don't get the Kindle version. Get the actual hardcover book with all of the beautiful full color glossy behind the scenes photos in it. You will love it. I'm about halfway through the book and I'm enjoying every single second of the book. It's a lot of fun to read and just to kind of get to know not just the ladies who wrote it, they're Pam and Angela on the show for those of you that don't know, but to get to know their perspective about like all the other people. Like they talk about at length about Steve Carell and what he's like and all of those things, and how a lot of the actors were, or maybe not a lot of them, but a handful of them weren't famous until The Office or got their bigger break after The Office. And so it's just really cool to get all the behind the scenes information about The Office, the people, all of that. So if The Office is interesting to you, this book is definitely worth picking up. I started my day with doing that, and today is just gonna be Housewife Monday, Admin Monday. Nothing special or exciting, but productive and efficient. The goals. Today's goals, we have 1, weight training workout. 2, elliptical workout. 3, catch up on my business finances. 4, tidy up the entire lower level. 5, tidy up in my office. 6, cook a butternut squash casserole recipe that I have never tried to cook before. And 7, whatever else comes up. So, can she do it? Can she do all 7 things, at least 6 things, in one day? Let's find out. Yesterday actually really got away from me in terms of vlogging because, like I mentioned earlier, my husband had the day off. And so how much of this stuff did I actually get done? First of all, I don't remember what I actually said on my list. Did I do weight training workout yesterday? No, I did not. However, it magically ended up being 70 degrees yesterday, so I actually went for a nice leisurely walk. Between that and cooking dinner and doing stuff around the house, I passed my 10,000 steps. Here's the reality, y'all. I have the lofty goal. I set the lofty goal of the 14,285 steps a day to try and average 100,000 steps in a week. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. So before I even allow myself to feel like this is a failure, I'm pulling back on that goal. And my goal is to see just how much I can exceed an average of 10,000 steps a day. So my minimum goal, absolute bare minimum, unacceptable if I don't make it unless there are unforeseen circumstances like I get sick or something or injured, is 70,000 steps a week. Anything beyond that is gravy. Anything beyond that is bonus. Awesome job if I make 75. Fantastic if I make 80. And if I happen to wander into 100, wow, fantastic. But I'm no longer putting that expectation on myself because that's just going to burn me out. And I'm just like, no, that's not what I need in my life right now. And I'm at the very height of PMS, like period should start any minute now. And so I'm back in that very like reflective and stoic and calm and like, but what do I really need type situation. Again, I feel like I just went through this. This past month from cycle to cycle went really fast and I don't even know how it happened. But we did do a lot of things yesterday, including just spending some time together, which was really nice. My husband did a lot of his stuff earlier in the day. He went for a run, and by dinner time he was done, and we got to spend the whole evening together just chilling. We played Mario Kart. It's one of my favorite things to do is play Mario Kart, and we just had a good time. So today, in 9 minutes, is actually my Patreon members only silent co-working session where we just go upstairs, hop on Zoom together, and we declare this is how I'm spending the next hour. And we work on something that needs to be worked on, a goal, a project, a thing, whatever. So we are all in the same room while we're working, but we're not actually communicating with each other. Once we, get on and and claim what we're going to be working on for the next hour, mics go on mute and everything, and we just stay on video and we just do what it is we're doing. So it's not a big deal of like I need anything prepared. I have no makeup on. My hair is in a ponytail because I didn't feel like washing it when I just washed it last night. Easy peasy. And so I have to go upstairs and work on that. Yeah, I'm feeling but we'll get to that a little bit later. I've got some silent co-working to do. All right, so it is much later now. My silent co-working session was a success. We had quite a few people show up, which was awesome. And the cool thing about silent co-working sessions, for those of you who don't know, they are when you get together, I think I explained this earlier, and you work on your own individual projects, but you're doing it together, right? And so it's really fun to see like one person working on schoolwork, one person working on Christmas shopping, one person working on administrative work, one person working on actual work for their job, like all sorts of different things happening all at the same time. But what was really fun was when someone commented, hey, it's actually really helpful to know that like we're here together and to have you guys holding me accountable to doing the thing that I say I'm gonna do, which is literally the point, which is really, really awesome. But so we did that, and then I went downstairs and had lunch, and then promptly all of my energy went away. And not like in a CMT exhaustion way, it's 110% hormonal. I feel just not terrible, or not terrible. I feel not awesome is what I was trying to say. I have zero focus, none, absolutely none, which is super awesome since I have a group coaching call that I have to lead this evening, which is, I mean, that'll be fine. Once you get me started on something, I can go, but I have no drive, no oomph, no focus, no anything. And at first I wanted to get down on myself about this. And I realized that like, Brianna, why would you do that to yourself? Why not give yourself the grace that is actually deserved of you? You are literally waiting for your period to start. Like I mean, TMI alert, but like I'm spotting, like it's happening, it's beginning. It hasn't gotten to like the crazy point yet. I'm noticing that the sun is starting to, oh, and that's not, oh. What did I just do? I noticed that the camera was starting to look really, really bright. So I tried to fix it and messed it up. Anyway, bottom line is I'm not feeling awesome, and my lady friends understand, right? Like when your period is just getting ready to start, like I'm not grumpy or anything. I need to just be. I want to be very quiet. I want to be reserved. I want to, and I think I might, after I'm done filming this, go downstairs and read for a little while. I have 2.5 hours until my my call. Am I going to be active and get all my steps in today? No, probably not. I might go for a walk later because it's actually hot outside today, but we'll see. We'll see what I'm even up for. Today is a listen to your body kind of day, because I find that there are days I can go. And then there are days that if I cross that line, if I push my boundaries too far, I end up paying for it more than I end up reaping a reward for it, you know? So like I could force my way through, but then the end result could actually be more detrimental to my overall productivity the rest of the week than if I would have just decided to lay low, you know? And today could very well be the beginning of like 3 subsequent days of just, hey, lay low, it's that time of month, you have to, you know, just take it easy, and that's totally fine if that's what it is. Or Aunt Flo could start and my energy could just randomly come back. Everything that happens to me is wildly inconsistent. Some days my, you know, day 1 of my period is the worst. Some days day 1 it's no big deal. Like it's just, I have very little predictability with how my body as a whole is going to react to the situation. And I don't even know why I'm on this topic, because this is not why I decided to hit record. While I was on my silent co-working call, I actually wrote an email as part of my productivity. So I wrote an email newsletter to my list. And if you're not on my email list, click the link below that says get my free macro-friendly grocery list. That will get you signed up for my email list. And today, sometimes when I write emails, I have a plan. I know what I want to write. It is thought out. It is premeditated. Maybe it's a list of 5 of my favorite things with some affiliate links. Maybe it's me sharing content I've created recently. Or sometimes it is completely off the cuff and improvised. And that is what happened today. And so as I'm on the silent co-working session and I decided to write an email, I was like, what? I don't even know what's gonna come out. And what ended up coming out, actually, I think for me, ended up being wildly profound. And so I wanted to share it with you guys, even if you're not on my email newsletter. And because I think it was so valuable. And what I basically was this. I started by sharing a couple of photos of me at the Minnesota Arboretum and just talking about October and how October, I'm having this weird struggle right now with October because on the one hand, it's last 90 days, and last 90 days makes me want to go, 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 do the things. You set bigger goals. You need to do all of these things and hustle and push and work harder, better, faster, stronger. The problem with that is, on the flip side, that can also lead to a lot of burnout if I'm not careful. And so what I realized as I was reflecting on the crisp air, the changing leaves, the overall just calming and peaceful and wonderful atmosphere of like true, we are in the season of fall season, which September is when we like decorate for fall, but like October is really when it comes, right? Like now it feels like fall, the leaves are all changing, the air is crisp, air smells like fall, all of that. And I was thinking about what fall actually means. And of course, you guys know that I'm a Christian. I believe God created all of this, and I believe that every single thing he created was created with intention, and that includes the way that nature works. And because of that, so like everything, the seasons, the way nature works, the cycles are all created very intentionally, right? And so what is fall? Fall is the lead up to winter. Fall is the preparation for the season where everything shuts down, everything hibernates, everything gets cozier, everything gets calmer, it's darker longer. The world is just kind of in this low state, right? So in the fall, what do we see? Animals are starting to fatten themselves up and gather and prepare for this season of hibernation, of calm, of less activity, of less movement, of rest, And the weather gets colder. You guys, literally at an atomic level, our atoms move slower when we are colder. When the temperature of something is colder, the atoms, the energy in it is moving slower than when it's hot. So cold weather literally slows everything down. Everything is supposed to be slower. And because of that, it got me thinking that like, how interesting is it that at the same time of year when a lot of us, especially in the productivity and goal planning community, are go, 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 hustle, 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 push harder, nature is literally preparing to do the opposite. And how can we take that and kind of merge the two things? Because if God created things the way that they are supposed to be run, and fall is when we start to prepare for rest and slowing down, and we are doing the exact opposite, that's going completely contradictory to how things were designed, right? This is literally just what came out when I started typing. So I'm like, wow, how do we take this information, this acknowledgement, this realization, and actually merge it with that need for hustle, go, goals, all of those things? And it just kind of got me thinking of like, are we doing this all wrong? But also like part of me is like, no, I like the idea of hustle. I like the idea of finish the year strong, but also in real time as I'm battling with, I already feel behind on last 90 days goals, but then I actually went back and kind of checked like my daily goals, and I actually am not doing too bad on them. So I'm meeting expectations, and yet I somehow still feel behind. And I thought that was really interesting, and I was like, okay, what if it's time for a fresh approach? What if, yes, last 90 days and the better, stronger, faster, harder, keep the momentum going into the new year thing is fine and legitimate. But if and only if you also take that flip side, the way that nature designed us to rest, rejuvenate, slow down, and actually use last 90 days to do things that fill your cup, to do things that energize you, to do things that rest you and revive you, and not just beat yourself into the ground trying to get your goals. Not just that, but that and this, right? And so what does that look like? For me, it actually looks like some of the goals that I have planned. Actually, I can show you, I can tell you. I'm already working on my November goals. How about that? I just keep thinking of things like, oh, I can push that off till November, and I'm writing them down. Oh, for heaven's sake, where's my goal refresh? And this is all in the Q4 goals video that I posted, but like, I'm really just focused on the basics for weight loss. Nothing crazy. I had like I talked about, I had the crazy step goal, but I already was like, no, we can't do that. You're gonna burn yourself out too quick. So it's basics for the health goal, Home overhaul is a little bit much, but I can do things at my own pace. Marriage goals, quality time and flirt. Financial goals, 3 months of thrifty, which means less spending, so I don't actually have to do much work there. I just need to not go shopping. Vlogtober-miss is the only thing that's really like go, 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 push, 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 right? That's the only thing that's go, go, go. And right now I'm frustrated. Like I was working ahead up until this point, and now something that is completely out of my control is derailing my schedule, which is just wildly infuriating, waiting for packages that should have shipped on time and they did not. But that's neither here nor there. That's not something I can control, so it's not my fault. So we're just dealing with that when the time comes. But read 10 books. Reading is literally meant to be a leisurely activity. And so as I'm looking at my goals, and I'm actually realizing this in real time, that like there's really only one in there that is even hustle, go, you know? And everything else is actually take a step back. Accomplish these things, but accomplish the basics. Accomplish things that are just maintaining goals, maintenance goals. They are easier things. Like for me to go downstairs and read for a little bit is going to be wonderful. I get to sit, I get to relax, and I get to engage in something that is great for me and enjoyable. And it's not like this crazy hustle, go, go, go. So even though I'm in the back of my mind, I'm feeling behind because I have almost halfway through the month and have only finished 1 book, and I need to do 2 more. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. But really, I can embrace that as a leisurely activity, a cup-filling activity instead of a draining activity. And so I've been rambling on, and I don't know if any of this actually made sense, but what I want you to take away from this, my friends, is that October, fall, leads into winter. And actually, if you look at nature, if we take our lessons from nature, it's not the time to hustle. It's not the time to just go and burn the candle at both ends, but it's actually the time for productive preparation for a season of rest. So I'd be curious to hear in the comments below, what does that mean to you? Does that resonate with you? Is that something that you've never thought about before? Because like I said, until today, I didn't really think about it. And then it just kind of came out. This is the power of journaling. Even though I was writing an email, but like journaling, all of my profound things happen at the same time. I begin to write without the intention of coming up with something in particular, and boom, something profound ends up happening, coming out. Yeah, words are hard. And I just thought that was really interesting. So actually, instead of continue to carry you throughout my day, because I'm just having a day where I need to sit and rest and be, I'm going to actually stop this vlog here. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay with me and figure out what more Vlogtober has to offer, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for caring. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being patient and supportive with me. I value each and every one of you so very much. So thank you. I love you, and I'll see you later.